Alright, hey guys, it's about 7 o'clock in the evening, and so here's what we got going on here. I got a daily chart on the S&Ps over here. You got some of the key moving averages, and then just so you guys can see what moving averages I'm looking at. We have got the 377, which is blue, the 55, which is green, the 55, which is blue, and then the 8 and the 21. Alright, that's what's here. And then over here is just an hourly chart with the reversion bands set for hourly, which is different than daily. Okay, and we did a webinar on this, but I want to make sure that you guys didn't see that. If you're doing this on hourly, you can't use 13.13 1.5. That is what I use for daily. For the hourly, I use 25 25 2.5. We have back tested the hell out of all this stuff, and that's what works on the hourlies. Okay, it's just different. Now, this has actually been pretty volatile. So what we had on the hourly today, we had a squeeze that fired off. You always got to know what the squeezes are. Upside pressure right into the top of the hourly bands here. And we kind of reverted back to the mean. Kind of a crazy close. And essentially the story here is this, is that bulls have to defend 12.25 on a closing basis. If they fail, bears, and if they fail, we're going to go straight to 12.50, 12.60. Well, you can see the 55 period moving average kind of kept that at bay, plus just the technical level. We actually had a lot of selling into the close to the point where we're going, wow, we may erase all of today's gains, but then we did have a little bit of a pop. You know, we came down here. I think we're almost at one point, you know, from being up 25 points on the day, we were almost back to break even, and then had a little bit of a pretty decent rally right into the final minutes there. So we've got a squeeze setting up here. The biggest thing I want to point out is that the volume to the downside is much bigger than the light volume rally that we're having right now. And I'm just going to be, you know, I'm totally skeptical of this rally. And it's going to be dependent on what happens with the employment numbers. I think tomorrow is going to be kind of a nothing day. I mean, I think it'll be volatile, but I think bears will continue to defend 12.25. I could be totally wrong. We could end up 100 S&P points tomorrow, but what I think is going to happen is we end up that 12.25 holds. Maybe we end up closing right at it. Maybe they defend it and we sell off. But then it's going to be the employment numbers that drive it from there, and we either pop higher or sell off pretty decently. Now, there's a pretty decent trend line right here, so we could actually sell off back to like 1160, and that trend line is still intact. All right, so on something like this, there's really not much to do except kind of wait, do some day trades, and go from there. All right, well, let's take a look at all right, so that was a free video. So let's take a look at take a look at these other markets as well. Gold. All right, so tomorrow is day 3, the last day of Rob's live trading room, the free deal. And again, what I've been talking about this week is this is your opportunity to kind of come back for free. If you've never seen Rob trade, it's like, all right, who is this guy? How does he trade? And if you have had experience with him, to kind of come back and say, all right, how has Rob, you know, kind of retooled what he's doing? And it's free, so you can kind of go in there and judge for yourself.